Hey there, this is John Henny. I am a voice teacher and the author of Beginning Singing. It's a best-selling book on Amazon, so check that out if you want to improve your voice. Today, I am going to be reacting to and doing a bit of analyzing of BTS covering Fix You. This was heavily requested, so I'm happy to do this. Fix You is one of my favorite Coldplay songs. I recently did a reaction of Jacob Collier doing the song, which I just thought was mind-blowingly amazing. And now BTS. So without further ado, let's jump in. Very cool lighting.
When you try your best but you don't succeed, when you get what you want but not what you need.
And what's beautiful is he's starting off with this gentle falsetto. Try, and then he's coming into his lower register. And what happens there is the vocal folds when you're in a falsetto are barely touching, and then his vocal folds have to come together, or vocal cords have to come together a little more intensely, and that muscle balance is tricky, and he's able to bring himself in so gently so the voice doesn't fall apart as it comes down. That's well done.
When you feel so tired but you can't sleep.
Same thing. Well done.
Stuck in reverse.
Yeah. Very nice.
When the tears come streaming down your face, when you lose something you can't replace, when you love someone but it goes to waste, could it be one?
Okay, I'm sorry I don't know the names. But the young man who just sung, man, what a beautiful, gentle vocal performance he gave there. It was slightly angelic, and he's just so gently bringing his vocal folds together, but he's not falling apart to complete breathiness. I really love the sound that he's getting here. Nice.
And ignite your bone, and how we'll try to fix you.
And what's nice is as each person comes in and takes a vocal line, they just have a slightly different texture to their voice and a slightly different approach. So it keeps refreshing the ear and keeping the song interesting.
But if you never try, you never know just what you want.
And those really high notes, they're not cracking on those high Bs. Sometimes when you're in falsetto, they'll want to and the vocal folds will come apart too much. They won't touch enough, and they're keeping just enough connection or closure on the vocal fold so it doesn't fall apart. Perfectly in sync on that little line. Ooh, nice harmony. To fix you. And you can tell as they're singing their focus is not just on themselves, they're listening to each other. And great singers, great musicians, their focus is not so much to themselves. More and more, it's to everything going on around them. And so that's how they are able to line up with each other and phrase with each other. So no one's getting ahead of each other. It's really well done. Love this build here.
Let the beat in.
Oh, this is interesting. So I was expecting everyone to jump in at the same time, but they're just starting with two voices. This is really smart, so it has somewhere to build. Yeah, I'm really liking this. Ooh. Yeah. He's up on a high C sharp, and now he's starting to belt that. And what's happening is in falsetto, where the vocal folds are barely touching, he's now having to apply more muscle, if you will, to create greater contact with the vocal cords and resist more air. And that is hard to do, because what happens with singers who aren't at his level is it becomes too muscular and they start to jam up. But he's just nailing that high C sharp. I mean, you've heard about a tenor high C in opera. He's a half step above that, and really well done. I notice I'm saying well done a lot. Oh, so there was the same note, and a little less belty, not as intense, but still a nice, full, rich sound. And in some ways, that's even a little trickier to do. That's a real control of the muscles at the vocal cords. Nice and gentle. Yeah, that was a really restrained rendition. I honestly thought that this would maybe be a little wilder, that this is only the second BTS song that I've heard. And it was very controlled. No one's trying to outshine each other or oversing each other. They're really in this true group mentality, and even more important, really honoring the material and letting the beautiful song speak for itself. So, and there wasn't, I thought maybe at one point all of them would be singing at the same time, but again, the arrangement was very restrained. It was simple, and I think it made it incredibly effective. I really enjoyed that. Hey, if you want to know more about me, please visit my website, johnhenny.com, and be sure to subscribe to my podcast, The Intelligent Vocalist, where I go into all this technical singing stuff if you have a desire to learn more about that. And we will talk soon. Thank you so much.